Hello everybody, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really appreciate it. So before I begin, I just want to say I did not want to make this video at first, but I see a lot of articles making videos on this, so I decided to express and share my opinions on these things. So for those not aware, Oppenheimer, the next Christopher Nolan film, and Barbie, which is a film by Greta Gerwig, is going to come out on the same day, and they both have the same budget as well. So there's this debate going on that whether one of those movies should push the release dates forward and things like that, and which movie is going to do better. So I'm just going to share my opinion on which movie will do better at the box office and which movie overall will be better. So those two. So both movies currently, I checked the release dates, both movies are coming out on the 20th of July in Singapore and 21st of July in the US. Oppenheimer will be a film directed by Christopher Nolan, who is one of my favorite directors of all time. And it stars Cillian Murphy, who is fantastic, Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, and many others. Barbie, which is based on the doll, is directed by Greta Gerwig. The only Greta Gerwig film I've seen is Little Woman. I thought that was good, and I haven't seen Lady Bird yet. I have to check that one in the future. And before I get into the debate, I just want to say I may be a massive Christopher Nolan fan, and I'm not a fan of Barbie at all. So some of you might say I might have a biasness towards Oppenheimer, but I just want to say I'm gonna make this conversation as fair as possible. So let's get it. So let's talk about the first thing, and that's marketing. This is probably the only thing I will give Barbie the win for. I thought the opening scene from the first Barbie trailer, where they took reference from 2001: A Space Odyssey, was really brilliant. It was creative. It was very well done. It really shocked me in a good way, of course. As for Oppenheimer, it was marketed as another Christopher Nolan film, which also made me excited, but the Barbie trailer did a fantastic job. Also, Christopher Nolan is going to be tackling another historical drama, which he has done before with Dunkirk. I really love the movie. So this is going to be very lit. I can't wait. It's going to be very exciting. So, but overall, I'm going to give the marketing win for Barbie because of the first trailer that came out. The excitement level. The excitement level for Oppenheimer is greater than Barbie. You can see with the first trailer where the Oppenheimer trailer has like 40 million views, and the latest trailer for Barbie has like 16 million views. So, and the name Christopher Nolan can bring in lots of people to watch the movie. He's got a huge fan base. Greta Gerwig is a fantastic writer and director, but compared to Christopher Nolan, she's still quite new to directing and writing feature-length films. So, and the cast of Oppenheimer has also more star power compared to the cast of Barbie. Don't get me wrong, Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, these are all big names. But against Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, and others, I don't think so. Like, compared to them, I don't think so. And since these two films are based off of something else, let's talk about the source material, right? So Oppenheimer is based on the person Oppenheimer, who is responsible for the founding of the atomic bomb, and Barbie is based on the doll that kids play with. Personally, I believe that the story of Oppenheimer would be more interesting and more intriguing and bring in more people to watch the movie compared to that of Barbie. But in this past week, I have met certain people who have told me that Barbie is more interesting. So this is open to interpretation. You can say whatever you want, but honestly, I believe that Oppenheimer is a more interesting story. That's just my opinion, but some people would say Barbie, it seems. So there's that. I'll give the win to Oppenheimer, but if you give the win to Barbie, I understand why as well. So this can go both ways. Next, the previous films. Let's look at the director's previous films. Chris Nolan has had multiple blockbusters, except for Tenet, which came out at a very rough time. It came out during the time when COVID was still very real and people were still very afraid, so it didn't do that well at the box office. Greta Gerwig before this has made smaller films. This is her first big budget film, so it'll be very interesting to see how she handles it and how this movie does for her first ever big budget film. But I don't think her name can bring as much people as Christopher Nolan can. So I'll give the previous film's wins to Christopher Nolan. Story potential and directing. Of course, this also, in my opinion, goes to Christopher Nolan and Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer really takes the lead here. I mean, this is the same person who did Memento, The Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and so many other great films. And I have said this before, Greta Gerwig is great, but compared to Nolan, she's still quite new to directing and writing, so there's a big gap between both of them. Also, I don't think there's going to be anything very mind-boggling or things like that when it comes to a story about Barbie. I think the story of Barbie is going to be quite basic. I don't think story-wise it can go anywhere that's going to be so shocking or surprising. So that's just my thoughts and things like that, yeah. So the overall winner I'm going to give to Oppenheimer. So if there's any movie that needs to push the release date, I would highly say it is Barbie. I think that movie really needs to push the release date and not come out at the same time as Oppenheimer. If not, it's going to struggle at the box office. But then again, there's a lot of excitement for Barbie, so I think it will do well also. So let's just see how the movie does at the box office. As for how good the movie will be, I think Oppenheimer would be a better film. But this week I've met a lot of people who are saying that Barbie will be the better film. So let's see. My bet is on Oppenheimer. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. See you next time. If you want to see any other things from me, let me know in the comments below.